Welcome back to the Allgoods, Vietnam through the eyes of love. It's August 6th, 1971. My mom is in Miami, staying with friends, catching sun by the pool and writing to my dad, who's still in Vietnam. She's about 4.5 months pregnant, with me, and for the first time in a while, she sounds like she's really enjoying herself, like she is on a vacation. There's so much in this letter that's personal for me. She's staying at what must have been a beautiful apartment at the DuPont Plaza, right off of Brickell Avenue in Miami. That apartment belonged to Bill Cobbs, who would become one of the most important people in my life, my godfather, my dad's best friend, and eventually his business partner. This is where that connection really starts to take root. She also writes about going to a Dolphins football game, and growing up, that was something we did together all the time. My parents were huge football fans, especially Alabama, but we also had season tickets to the Dolphins, and I am still a fan of both teams today. And Judy going sailing? That hits home too. We spent so much time on the water when I was a kid, and sailing. This captures the roots of all of that. It's just one letter, but somehow, in the sunshine, and the beer breaks, and the hearts games, I can see the entire shape of my childhood starting to take form. I even got to go to a football game when I was in my mom's belly. Here's Sarah, my mom, writing to my dad from Miami on August 6th, 1971. Hi, love. Are you still my precious little chickadee? I'm putting you on because I already know the answer to that question. I'm your little chickadee. I will be forever and ever. Amen. I got a sweet letter about the party. How did my honey's ribs, etc. come out? Great, of course, because there's nothing that you do or cook that isn't great. You are my favorite, sexiest, sweetest, greatest lover, husband, and father of our baby. How's that for giving you a big head? Ha! I just love you. As I wrote last night, I spent the night with Terry. We got up pretty early, picked up Judy, and came back to the townhouse and to the pool. I swear, 50% of the tenants here that live there now were living there when I was. We're still working at intervals. Stews, pilots, musicians, and nurses, so their schedules vary. Anyway, one of the older couples who lived here when I did happened to be out catching rays. They were so excited about seeing me, they made lunch for us right at the pool. I thought that was so nice. After lunch, of course, you guessed it, a short game of hearts. Ha! From 1 p.m. until 8 p.m. We played Ben, the musician who had steaks for us last Sunday, Judy, Terry, and myself. We played partners, and I promise you, it's more fun than bridge. We'll play when you come home. I know you'll enjoy it. Okay, we took pool breaks and bathroom, beer, and Coke breaks at intervals. The time just slipped by. I thought it was about 5 p.m. when Dick came over to pick Judy up. They're going sailing for the weekend. As I said yesterday, the last place in the world you'd find me is on a fucking sailboat right now. I decided to stay with Bill and Terry this weekend. After cards, Terry and I turned in, watched the name of the game. Bill came over and decided the thing for the three of us to do was to stay at his apartment. He has a 2-bedroom place overlooking Biscayne Bay and Miami Beach. We picked up some hamburgers and drove over to Bill's. Baby, this apartment looks like something you'd find in a store window or a vacation magazine. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. I told you about the view from the balcony. He pays around $325 a month, so it should be very nice. And it is. He also has a color TV. and Terry doesn't. So we're just now watching TV. I'm like you, kind of just sitting in front of it. The late movie is on. Bill is sleeping in the chair, and Terry is knitting her brother and his wife a baby blanket. They're expecting in December. We look like the typical married family. Terry and I can't decide if I'm a sister visiting or what. Huh? I got a letter finally from your mom today, and one from mine too. 3 pages typed. She made up for lost time. I guess it's okay for me to be vacationing in sunny South Florida. Tomorrow I'll send some more. You'll love my tan. Then tomorrow night, Bill got me a ticket to go with him and Terry to the Dolphins Cincinnati football game in the Orange Bowl. I'll enjoy that. As I've told you, someday our friends here are outstanding. The activities are also outstanding. I'm so glad I got to come down. Well, darling, I'm sleepy, so I'm going to call it a day. The sun seems to take the wind out of my sails. Ha! The little one is moving like a Green Bay Packer now. Ha! I love you so very much. It seems that I have you on my mind constantly. All the time. All the time is an understatement. I miss you, darling. But soon, very soon, we'll be together. Forever and always. Sarah. Jeez. I love how full this letter is. It's full of sunshine, movement, friends, and possibility. It's not just a break from the loneliness of Sarah's days in San Antonio. It's a glimpse of who they were becoming, of the life they were building, even while they were apart. Bill Cobbs, who's mentioned so casually here, would become part of that foundation. That beautiful apartment overlooking Biscayne Bay, that was the spark. After the war, my dad went into the mortgage business with Bill. Years later, he opened Allgoods Bar and Grill in Montana, and I can trace the beginning of all of it back to this moment, this view, and this friendship. And what hits me the most, reading this now, is that view, the one she describes from Bill's balcony, Biscayne Bay, because just a couple months ago in June, I was there. We went out to Elliott Key, and that's where we spread my mom's ashes. That's where she wanted to be. And it turns out, she'd already been there all along. Thanks for listening to the Allgoods. If you'd like to support this project or help it reach more people, you can visit theallgoods.love.com or buymeacoffee.com/theallgoodslove. We'll be back tomorrow with the next letter.